I have a crush on you. Please be my girlfriend. I, Jun Hashiba, confessed my feelings for a girl on the rooftop of my school. As the sun started to fall, noises of students working hard in their after-school sports practices filled the rooftop. It was still July, not long since I started going to this school. Still, I was already used to the scenery on this rooftop.
I'm sorry, Hashiba-kun.
In front of me was a young girl who apologetically gave me an answer to my confession. She gave off a calm aura, and I couldn't help but look at the nice curves on her female body. She was beautiful with elegant features on her face, yet her calm expressions also made her seem very cute. The girl's name is Madoka Amari-san. She was a year older than me. She was known for her beauty throughout the school. I understand. My head hurt from being turned down. Indeed, some guy like me didn't deserve to be with a beautiful person like Amari-senpai. God is probably spitting down at me asking, "Who do you think you are?" But I'm not gonna give up. I swear I'm gonna make you fall in love with me, Amari-senpai. However, Amari-senpai was someone I truly admired and was also my first crush. I was lost during the opening ceremony and my first day of school, but she helped me even when it meant she might be late. I fell in love with her kindness at that moment. I can't just give up on her that easily. One day, I'll be able to be your girlfriend. And I want to do a bunch of things together. That's why I couldn't just give up after she said no to me this one time.
I'm honored to hear you say that. But Hashiba-kun, this is the 100th time you said that to me.
Surprise, surprise, this was the memorable 100th time that I confessed my feelings to her. Well, hats off to me for not giving up after all this time.
Gosh, I've started ticking off lines in my notebooks whenever you call me out to talk to me.
As expected of you, Amari-senpai, you're very consistent.
I'm not asking you to compliment me. Come on, Hashiba-kun. You've done this 100 times already. You're at 3 digits now, you know?
What's wrong with that?
How can you still think of me that way?
Whether it's 100 times or 1,000 times, I don't see that problem.
But you did this 100 times already! My classmates are teasing me and saying things like, "Oh, is that underclassman going to confess his feelings to you again?"
I honestly, truly, seriously like you. It's hard for me to contain these feelings.
I think you're crazy, Hashiba-kun. But I'm starting to think I'm crazy too for following you up here each time you ask me to.
It makes me so happy to hear that. Anyways, thank you for listening to my feelings today. I'll drop you home today as well.
Okay, thank you.
Oh no, it's no problem.
If you think about it, it's also strange that I'm being dropped home by a boy that I just turned down.
Because it's dangerous for you to walk home alone after dark. I'm home. I live with my dad. My mom passed away when I was young, and so I was raised by a single father. It was normal for me to come home to an empty house, and I often did the household chores myself instead of relying on my dad. But I mean, I wasn't too upset about helping out. I appreciate my dad for raising me all these years. Oh, welcome home, June. Huh? That's rare. You were able to come home early today? When I came home, I found my dad in the living room. I mean, it was already late because I dropped Amari-senpai home. My body won't last if I keep working overtime every day. And did you eat already? Oh, come on. I love my son too much to disregard his cooking and eat something before coming home. Yeah, thanks for that. That means he didn't cook anything yet. I guess I'll just make something easy. He'll probably be full from the beer anyways. By the way, Jun. Yeah? I'm not gonna bring you a second beer. Really? Unfortunately for you, yes, really. We have no more beers in the fridge. I'm kidding. It's not about that. The thing is, I'm thinking about getting remarried. Really? Fortunately, yes, really. Oh. My dad, who would always say, "I won't get married to anyone other than your mother," is planning on getting married again. I think it's a good idea. I'm sure Mom will be happier that way. I was nervous that you would be against it. Why would I? I'm glad you said that, but the lady actually has a child. All right then, let me act like their big brother. You have nothing to worry about. We'll have a wholesome family. I wonder who my step-sibling is gonna be. An elementary schooler? A middle schooler? or perhaps an adult who is much older than me. It's okay, as long as they're not the same age as me. I won't think anything weird about them, even if it's a girl. The kid is a girl who is 1 year older than you. Oh, the naughty things are coming in. I can't do this! I have someone I already have feelings for! I don't think that matters. Speaking of, the person you have feelings for is the girl that helped you when you were completely lost, wasn't she? She's my Aphrodite! Well, yeah, maybe this situation might cause problems if you end up dating that girl. You think so too? If somehow, I mean I don't want to say if, but let's say I end up in a relationship with Amari-senpai, she probably won't feel too happy about me living with a girl who isn't biologically related to me. Even while knowing I won't put my hands on that girl. Amari-senpai might still feel uncomfortable. I don't want her to feel that way ever. Don't worry too much. If anything happens, I'll do something. After all, this is something I want to selfishly do. But maybe this is a sign that I need to give up. I confessed my feelings so many times because I couldn't give up. But still, I was turned down every single time. While it is ironic of me to say this after doing it 100 times, I'm worried she's gonna start hating me for being annoying. I want her to fall for me. But things would be even worse if she ended up hating me. Yeah, okay, I'll ask you when the time comes around then. I knew in my head that it was about time I gave up on her. Still, I smiled and gave my dad a thumbs up. A few weeks passed after that night. After I realized it was about time I gave up, I stopped confessing my feelings to Amari-senpai. Hey, dude, you don't need to go to that girl today? I mean, like, go confess your feelings, dude.
What happened to you? No way! You were so in love with her. Did you just give up? You're joking? You're not a real man.
Why am I getting in trouble? Because of that, my friends were worried about me.
I'm sorry for making you walk home with me today, too.
And Amari-senpai started asking me to hang out with her more. I was a little excited in the beginning, thinking that she finally started to notice me, but seeing her impatient like this, I understood that it wasn't the case. Oh no, it makes me happy to be able to walk home with you.
You're supposed to be happy, but…
When Amari-senpai muttered those words, I felt like it was connected to a confession.
By the way, I'm going to have a little brother soon.
Congratulations on the baby?
I was raised by a single mother, so if that were the case, I'd be so surprised. That would have been nice too.
Speaking of, I'm supposed to have an older sister soon.
Congratulations on the baby?
That wouldn't just be surprising, it would be crazy. I'm sure I would faint if my dad gave birth to an older sister, if that's even possible.
Does you not confessing your feelings to me recently have something to do with the fact that you're getting an older sister?
Her brain was very sharp on the strangest of details. Are you relieved now? It was annoying, wasn't it?
I wonder. It was annoying in the beginning, but…
In that case, will you be my girlfriend?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sad. I knew the answer from the beginning, but I had a sliver of hope that I could get a yes this time. Reality is very harsh, isn't it?
I won't be your girlfriend, but… It makes me sad that I won't be able to see you anymore. So let's walk home together sometimes, okay?
It was finally time for Dad's new wife to come to our house. I thought he would have to meet us together at a restaurant first or something, but we were all suddenly going to live together under the same roof. My dad really is cruel to his son. Come on, Dad! Did you even think about moving all of us into this tiny house? We can do anything as long as we put our minds to it. Either way, it's too late now. I've been telling you this for a while now, though. At this rate, my stepsister and I were gonna have to share a room. We were gonna have to sleep huddled together. It was at that moment… What?
Oh!
For some reason, Amari-senpai came to our house. These two are going to be your family from today, Jun.
These two are going to be your family from now on, Madoka.
You foolish father! Why is my son grabbing onto my shirt sleeves? Obviously, because I'm expressing my frustration about how I should have asked for names beforehand. How should I know?
Oh? Do you know him, Madoka? Yep. We're so close that he confessed his feelings to me 100 times.
Hold on a minute, Amari-senpai. That introduction is a bit tough for someone I just met, who is also going to be my stepmother. The statement brought on a fear that I wouldn't be able to help create a wholesome family. My mother wouldn't be too happy with being around family members that have romantic feelings towards her daughter.
Was the boy you were telling me about The one that always drops you home and things like that. Were you talking about Jun-kun? Yep. He always walks me home each time he confesses his feelings for me. Then, I guess you guys will get along very well.
I want her to understand. It would be that specific reason that would prevent us from getting along.
We're really going to be sharing rooms, huh?
You're not against it, Amori-senpai? You're sharing a room with a boy. You're like a sheep going into a wolf's den.
I guess I might be against going into Mr. Wolf's den, but I know you're not that kind of guy, Hashiba-kun.
I don't know why my heart fluttered when Amori-senpai said that to me. It's very unfair of her to say things like that. I swear on my life that I won't put my hands on you. I'd rather die.
If you're going to go through all that, I'll give you permission to put your hands on me.
What did she say? Does that mean things like this and things like that are all possible if I put my life on the line? No, calm down, dude. There's no way I can put my hands on her and my other family members were in the same house. Yeah, I can't. Definitely no. The Shiba household will crumble.
I'm not sure what you're muttering to yourself, but either way, I'm happy to be your sister.
I was jealous of the very calm Amori-senpai at this moment. It's nothing, although it does feel a bit impossible. Maybe we should start unpacking you things.
Hey, Hashiba-kun, maybe you should stop calling me Amari-senpai. I want you to call me Madoka.
Is that because we're family now? You're still calling me Hashiba-kun too.
I'll start calling you Jun-kun then.
Jun, just hearing her say that makes my heart do flips. I couldn't help but look away from Amori-senpai. I mean, Madoka. All right then, Madoka.
It kind of makes me blush.
You're the one that said to call you that, Madoka.
We can't keep calling each other by our last names.
And just like that, the first day came to an end. I had no idea that the girl of my dreams would end up becoming my older sister. I very seriously wanted to punch my dad. Now I actually have to give up on her. It will be bad for me to want to date my sister. Ugh, I must get rid of these feelings immediately. But is this torture? Being under the same roof, in the same room as my crush? Madoka next to me, looking vulnerable in her sleep? I guess it's time to show my mentality made of steel. But in the end, my steel mentality was destroyed by multiple bombs, and I ended up sleeping through the night in the living room. Oh, good morning, Madoka.
Oh, huh? You're early, Jun-kun.
I wasn't early, I just slept in the living room because I was about to give in to my evil mind. Dad isn't a morning person, so I always make breakfast.
The same for me. My mom is always working night shifts, so she's terrible with mornings. This is delicious! You're so good at cooking because you're always doing it.
That's not true. I just started learning how to cook quite recently. Before that, we were always eating microwavable food.
You learned all this recently?
I thought that would be better for our health. Plus, I thought it might make you like me, Madoka.
Oh, really?
Why are you getting shy now? I confessed my feelings for you so many times.
It's embarrassing when you tell me straight up like this.
I thought she would have been used to it because I'd told her so many times. Anyway, let's hurry and eat this. We can head to school. Walking to school together like this almost makes it seem like we spend the night together.
You saying things like that is probably one of the reasons why I turned you down.
All right. I'll try my best to be a gentleman from now on then.
From now on?
For some reason, Madoka's voice seemed to get sad. I wonder why. I don't think I said anything weird. Anyways, what should we do about dinner? My dad always comes home late. What did you usually do for dinner?
I usually eat alone too.
I'll cook something then.
What? Your big sister wants to cook for you too.
I feel very uncomfortable with the word big sister.
You were confessing your feelings for me until just recently, after all. Things are different now, though, so feel free to call me Big Sis.
It's a little embarrassing, so I'll think about it. I'll try it sometime in the future.
Whoa, when is that going to be?
After school that day, we decided to make dinner together. So we walked home together too. We were currently shopping for food at the grocery store. The vegetables are on sale today. I'm thinking we should have hot pot today.
Hot pot sounds good! But I'm super surprised at how you sound like a stay-at-home wife already. Jun-kun, you're a professional!
I perfected the skill.
For me?
I had other reasons for it, but most of it was for you, yes. A week passed after that. Simon's a scary thing. I was already used to Madoka being in the same room as me, and I think I've gotten pretty close to my stepmother too. It wasn't like I was doing all of this for my dad, but I have high hopes that we'll be able to have a wholesome family.
About the fact that you have high mother-wife skills,
What are you talking about?
you've perfected all the household chores, keep track of the family finances, and wake up early in the morning to cook breakfast. I'm supposed to be your big sister. I'm supposed to be a girl, but it feels like I have no moment to shine.
I don't know what you want me to do about that. Oh, I'm gonna head to the gym now.
You even go to the gym. Why do you work out, Jun-kun?
No specific reason, but I thought it would make me cooler if I worked out. Do you not like muscular men, Madoka?
I mean, I do, but
I see. I'm glad I've been consistent with this then.
I never knew Jun-kun was this kind of boy. The boy who always confessed his feelings for me. I had no intention of being in a relationship, so I always turned Jun-kun down. I felt bad at first, but I feel lonely now. I was well aware that I had feelings for him because I was thinking about things like this. I knew that he was a kind boy too. He was loyal, empathetic, and sometimes said weird things, but was still a gentleman at heart. He's also a family man. Of course I would be happy to hear him say that he was doing all that for me. Ugh. If I was going to feel like this, I should have said yes when he asked me to be his girlfriend. But I only realized this because he stopped confessing his feelings for me. Because he became a part of my family. I don't think I would have said yes to him back then. What if I confessed my feelings for him? Would he say yes? Or did he give up on me already? Would he say no because we're family now?
I realized that things became easier to deal with once you get used to it. You learn how to adapt once you spend enough time in a specific environment. I wasn't completely over my feelings for Madoka-san, but I was able to bottle those feelings up. As evidence of that, I was able to just think, ugh, when mom and dad were being lovey-dovey at home. Father, are you purposely trying to torture me, or are you showing off? I know mom is a beautiful woman, but I was jealous of the fact that they were being lovey-dovey. I'm not gonna give him beer for a week. This small act of revenge should work for my dad, who loved drinking after work. I won't let him dine out either. Anyways, that's another story, but Madoka was acting weird recently. She was normal at first, but there was a sudden change now. What? Is there something you need from me? She's been looking at me a lot recently. She keeps throwing glances at me. But when I look back at her, she looks away, then looks back at me again. I've been sleeping in the living room, but we still share the same room. It was very uncomfortable. If this is a game she wants to play. All right, let me hear it.
It's not fair of you to corner me in my own room.
I wasn't concerned for you. Plus, this is our room. It would mean that I'm always cornering her. So, is there something you want to tell me? We're family now, so I'm sure you have a lot of opinions on that. But we're living under the same roof in the same room. Let's settle problems before they get worse. If there's anything you want me to fix, I'll do my best.
The truth is,
Yes?
I think I've fallen for you, Jun-kun.
Excuse me? Wait, what did Madoka just say? Was it a misunderstanding? But based on her reaction, I don't think that it was. Are you serious?
I wouldn't be joking about something like this.
Wow, shoot! My face is getting super hot! This is the first time anyone has ever said that to me. On top of that, the girl confessing her feelings to me was my first crush on the girl who had been turning me down all this time. I knew that I had to give up on you, but you're gonna tell me this now?
We're family now, so I know I shouldn't feel like this. Plus, I've been turning you down all the time. But ever since you stopped asking me to be your girlfriend, I started to feel sad. You were such a kind person too, and ever since I came here, I got to know you more. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be your big sister. I've been so terrible to you. I'm sorry.
As Madoka-san said that, she didn't cry. Still, her voice was trembling, and I didn't know when her tear ducts would burst. No, I can't let her feel this sad. Why did I decide to learn how to cook, to work out, and become more of a family man? It was all because I wanted Madoka to like me. Because I wanted to make Madoka happy. Wasn't that the reason? Madoka. I slowly got closer to Madoka, who was looking away from me. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. If possible, I would love to be in an Alabama relationship with you.
But we're siblings now.
I don't care about that. I don't care about any of that. If we explain everything to Mom and Dad, they'll understand. I mean, it might be bad in the public eye, but I don't care about any of that. I want to be with you, Madoka. How do you feel?
I want to be in a relationship with you, Jun-kun. I'm not sure what everyone would say about us, but I like you, Jun-kun.
It's decided then. Oh, I've said it many times already, but I like you, Madoka. Please be in a Sweet Home Alabama relationship with me.
Of course, I'd love to.
After that, Madoka and I told our parents everything once they came home. We told them about our feelings for each other and that we wanted to be in a relationship. I thought that they would be against it, but they both supported us in a heartbeat. I was wondering if it was actually okay, but at the same time, I was so happy that I didn't question it.
We're officially dating now, so being in the same room as you makes me feel kinda nervous.
Don't worry, I'm the type of guy who treasures his girlfriend. This isn't fully appropriate, so I'll continue sleeping in the living room.
But I want to sleep next to you sometimes too.
Oh. We were able to be in a relationship, but we were under the same roof and living in the same room. I'm sure we might run into many problems from now on.
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.